This Jeep Talk Show episode is brought to you by realtruck.com. Hey, get where you're going, then keep going. Gear, parts, and accessories built to explore well beyond where off-road goes off-grid. Get real deals on performance parts and off-road accessories at realtruck.com. All right, family and friends. I wonder if family actually watches any of this stuff. Sometimes I get my oldest son, who
Possibly.
is 38, I think now, and he knows a lot of people that do YouTube and various things.
Right.
He actually did some stand-up comedy at one point, and so he knows some people that he's actually commented to a few people that have websites or YouTube videos or podcasts, and he says he'll ask them about their audience size, and he goes, "My dad's got a bigger audience than that." Which I think is great.
That is great.
You know? So sometimes I'll ask him, what do you think about the YouTube video? And then he goes off, and if he feels comfortable telling me, and he usually feels very comfortable telling me what he thinks, but he's actually had other people look at it, and we've made some changes here to the show based on that. I mean, it's a younger audience, not that much younger, but still younger audience. Anyway, on tonight's episode, Jeep doubling down on gas guzzlers. Boy, well, where's my thing here? I like this. Yes.
Not the bell.
Well, trail-rated electric Wrangler killer. I don't know. And have you already heard about this, April? I'm surprised I hadn't. I hadn't seen it on social media. Jeep's Operation Airdrop.
No, I have not.
Good. I think this is a new bit of information that we're breaking here, at least between you and I. So. Anyway, we're going to be talking about that in the news tonight. And before we get into the latest Jeep news, let me ask you a question, both the viewer and you, April.
Okay.
Do you enjoy Jeep wheeling videos?
Okay. I love Jeep wheeling videos, and simply because it helps me learn a little bit more of, what you need to do on the trails and that sort of thing. So I find them entertaining and educational, informative. Some I like more than others. Obviously, if there's a lot of, hard obstacles, it's more interesting to watch. And I also find that the video never does the actual trail justice.
No,
it really doesn't.
I think that's one of the problems that I have with it. And I think everybody does, especially people that are putting up content. They go, it's not what I experienced, damn it.
Right.
So let me ask you this, and you may have already just answered this, but does it make a difference if the Jeeps are stock, mildly modified, or wild modifications, just over the top Jeeps?
It really doesn't. And I actually enjoy watching stock vehicles, Jeeps, more so than completely modified, just because it's nice to see what they can do without all the modifications. So I would say if I had a preference and I had to learn, especially from watching a Jeep, I would prefer to watch the unmodified Jeep. So I'd be interested to see how other people felt about that. But definitely the stock Jeep. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a little more adventurous too, because if you have a mildly modified Jeep, you go, I could do that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and you watch some videos and they're on 40s, 42s, and they're just rolling over things. Well, they should be able to.
Yes.
So, if you put a stock out there with 35s, 33s, they're going to have a little bit of a tougher time compared to your other, significantly modified Jeep. So yeah, I definitely prefer to watch a stock Jeep. So a lot of my friends probably wouldn't like to hear that.
Does it? Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it actually, if you're a YouTuber, you like hearing these things because it helps you with the audience.
True.
I mean, not that you're representative of, the whole audience, but we don't get a lot of feedback on what people like and don't like. Occasionally we do. But most of the time, we're just flying blind and doing what we think's best. And then when you get feedback from people, it's gold because it's giving you an insight into what somebody thinks.
Well, and that's definitely a great question because, I've never really heard anyone ask that question, nor have I really thought through it. But thinking now and what I actually pay attention most to, it's the unmodified Jeeps. Not that I don't like to look at the modified Jeeps, but as far as when it comes to difficult wheeling, I'm definitely going to take notice if it's a stock Jeep. So, and then too, I also like to watch the videos on trails that I've done and
Oh, yeah.
obstacles. So I can say, oh, yeah, okay, that's what I did. Or, oh, dang, I should have done that. So, yeah.
Do you notice when the trail has changed? You were there and you go, this looks
Yes.
like the trail I was on, but it's changed, because the
Absolutely.
42-inch wheel people and rainfall or floods, and it just depends on where it is. But the trail changes, which makes it interesting, I think, when you
Exactly.
go off-road.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's always changes, especially here, on the East Coast, South Carolina. You just one week to the next, it can be different, but just because of rainfall and that sort of thing. So, yeah, absolutely. Take notice of the obstacles that change in that aspect. So, yeah, give me the stock vehicles, give me the changes, and I'm all in watching.
So, not to put you on the spot, but how long have you been doing Jeeping stuff? I know I've asked you this before, but I think it might have to do with how much you enjoy the off-road videos.
So, as far as off-roading, I would say a good 5 years. I've had Jeeps prior to that. So, but I never really off-roaded them. And I would say my background actually started off camping. As far as being outdoors, the adventure part, and then just adding the two together is kind of where I got into the Jeeps. I said, I'm already out here camping, out, off the grid as much as possible. Why not get a Jeep so I can go even more off the grid? So for me,
Yeah.
it was not necessarily that I wanted a Jeep to start to off-road in, but to get off the grid more so, to be able to find better camping spots, better views. And then when I realized, oh, well, dang, I can really get off the grid in some serious ways, by willing and learning how to use my vehicle a little bit more. That's kind of just how it evolved. And then I told you my dad has a body shop too. So it just, I don't know. It's for me, it just makes sense. It works. And that's what I do.
Yep. So let me ask you this. I know, I think I know, for me personally, I don't watch a lot of NASCAR, but when NASCAR is on, I might stick around for a little bit, see if there's a wreck. Now, I don't want anybody to get hurt, but just the nature of the sport, there's going to be a bump or a nudge or a spin out, or I think what was really funny, and I saw this on one of the social medias, where the guy just got on the wall and pedal to the metal.
Oh, yeah.
It was no steering. It was just scrape the wall by all these vehicles, which I think is now illegal. But he did it, and I think he won or got a lot further along than what he had been. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I think about the NASCAR aspect on these Jeep videos. I do not like seeing a Jeep get damaged, especially severely damaged. But do you look? I don't want to say look forward to, but find it more interesting when there's a Jeep rollover or damage to a Jeep? Does that make the Jeep video more interesting to you?
So obviously it would make it catch my eye more so. I'm not sure if it makes, I don't know. How do you say it wouldn't be more interesting? Because
Yeah, you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but come
if
on, it's
I'm
exciting.
honest, if I'm truly honest, yeah, it's definitely more interesting. I'm probably going to watch it a few more times, especially if it's a rollover.
Oh yeah, you want to understand what happened.
I want to make sure that first of all, no one was injured or hurt. I will say, if I know that someone was injured or hurt in it, I have a really tough time watching it. So in that aspect, it does make a difference. And I probably, if I know to start off with that someone got injured really badly, I actually probably wouldn't watch it. Just because, I don't know, in my mind, it's a whole different scenario. Now, however, if someone rolled and they just walked away and they're like, oh gosh, okay, well, that was bad. And we're kind of laughing it off. For me, that's different than someone being injured. But yeah, and especially like, I don't do well with blood or anything like that. Not that I'm going to see that in a video. But
I don't remember seeing any of those. Thank God.
But if I think that there's a chance, even the slightest chance, I'm most certainly not going to watch it. So yeah, that would definitely be a difference for me.
Oh, and I may have alluded to this, but I don't think I've actually stated it. I don't really care for Jeep wheeling videos. To me, they're boring. I kind of equate it to, I'm not a golfer, but I think that I'd rather be out golfing than watching golf on the TV or YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I'm not throwing any shade on anybody else that just sit there and they really enjoy it. They're into the sport and they're probably learning about it.
Right.
And they're going, what would I do? A lot like the Jeep videos. And maybe they've played the course, or that this is a course that they'd really like to play. But to me, it's just boring and pointless. And I think you said before we got started here, one of the things is you can't capture the true off-road nature on video.
No, and even with golf or any of those things, you can't capture being in the actual moment. But certainly the trails and the intensity of being on the trails, you just can't capture. And the trail it never looks the same. You watch it on a video and it's like, oh, you're just, driving, doing a Sunday drive down a trail. And if you're there, you know that is absolutely not how it is in any aspect. So yeah, the videos and actually being in person are completely different. However, I do enjoy the videos too. I like to see the expressions more so, especially if you can see the person and what they're going through and what they're feeling and maybe even what they're saying. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I was going to say the comments that you might hear would be fun.
Absolutely, the comment that catches my attention.
So you know what? I bet if you had haptic feedback and a VR headset and it was recorded in 3D,
yes,
from the driver's perspective, cool. or worse, the passenger perspective, because passenger is always worse because you're not in control.
The passenger is definitely worse.
Yeah, I bet you that would give you a better idea of the overall, and then intersperse it with some B-roll, like from the drone and stuff. I just don't know of any way. Any setups? I'm sure there are. I'll have to look this up.
There's definitely
where you can record in VR and also get the motion sensors and stuff. Anyway,
that would be cool.
Yeah. So
I'd be all over that.
And it might be really good for newbies.
Yes.
That are terrified about taking their stock Jeep off road. So.
True. Very true.
All right. Well, let's get into the news. Jeep kicks off Operation Airdrop. 12 limited edition Wranglers in 12 months.
That's so cool.
What is the days of Christmas? Is it
12 days of Christmas?
12 days of Christmas?
So it's going to be 12.
See, they ought to do this for December, but whatever. This is for a full year. And from a sales perspective, that's a much better idea.
Yeah. So I wonder if there's a different color for each month.
Well, let's find out. What I have information here. Launched November 12th, 2025. To celebrate 85 years, it seems like 84. Of off-road dominance, nod to the WW2 Willys MB Airdrop origins, Jeep is dropping one exclusive Wrangler edition every month. I'm hoping it's more than just one. I'm hoping that there's several of them that they're building for the next year. And it's going to happen the 12th day of each month. It's called 12 for 12, or the number 12 for 12, or Operation Airdrop.
Okay.
With AI generated teaser videos full of cryptic clues for fans to decode. First up, the 2026 Wrangler Moab 392. Of course, It has to be the 392. Where's my 392 information? That's not it. Here we go.
That's before by E.
Yeah. All right, so the first up, the 2026 Moab 392, a purple-hued beast.
Purple.
Is purple manly? The 392 is manly. I don't know about the purple is manly.
Okay, I'll probably make some people mad here, but I'm going to say no. It is not manly.
No, I don't think so either.
And it makes me think of Barney.
I was going to say, there was actually a guy I worked with at HP that he would drive his XJ. I think it was an 86 Jeep Cherokee XJ. And it was a relatively rare purple. And it wasn't like a good purple. It was like a Barney-purple.
Yeah.
I'll have to dig that picture
if I
out.
were in the dating scene and a guy had a purple Jeep, I would not date him based on the Jeep color alone.
You'd be ready to pay for your meal, or maybe both of your meals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just is what it is.
Well, we're not here to sugarcoat things. We're here to express our opinions. So the purple hued beast with a revived, I guess it was dead. I don't know. Did they stop making them? I know this was supposed to be the final, and now they're not even putting final on it, which I think is a smart move.
Yeah.
6.4 liter Hemi V8 pumping out 470 horsepower and 470 foot-pound of torque. I like more torque than horsepower. I mean, if you can get more torque than horsepower, as long as the horsepower isn't like 2 or 3,
Right.
I like that it has 470 foot-pounds of torque. Do you know, because there's so much torque, the transfer case in the 392, which of course is a Rubicon, you don't get a 4-to-1 part-time, or you can't select it. It's in 4-wheel drive all the time.
Right.
Otherwise, you'd be twisting shit off.
Yes. Yep.
So I think that's amazing. I mean, I want to do the Tim Allen grunt, but I can't do it. It just doesn't sound right. All right, so get this. Starts at $79,995 plus a $1,995 destination. So about 82K, which is substantially lower than the $100,000 they were costing for the final and the final. Do you think Jeep may have hurt us?
They might
when we were saying, hey, add 10 or 15, whatever it takes, to make money still onto the Rubicon with the 392. So when the salesman is going, hey, yeah, you're okay. You want a Rubicon, for a little bit more, you lie. Yeah. For a little bit more, you can get a 392.
Does that mean that the current 392s depreciate in value for those that already own them?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. I'll have to do a little research on that.
If I had a 392, I wouldn't be very happy about that.
Well, I think it depreciates in value simply because Jeep lied about it being the final. I mean, something that is the last of something is more expensive.
But if you can buy a brand new 392 for cheaper than you can an older model, it's got to depreciate some.
Maybe they're all purple. Maybe that's how they're handling the depreciation. Oh yeah, you can buy this for 81K, but it's got to be purple.
Yeah, I'm not going to make people mad. I'm just keep my comment to myself.
Oh, don't be a wuss. Features include a 35-inch all-terrain tires, beadlock capable wheels. Beadlock capable? What the hell does that mean? You can weld something onto it? That's strange. Unless it's their internal beadlocks. That's just strange. Rock rails, a Lux interior. I guess it's the name of a company or something. With heated Napa leather and 12.3-inch nav screen. Only 392 units per edition, emphasizing rarity. Okay, there you go. So it's going to be rare. That's why they're, actually, that's going to increase the value of these.
Man.
All right, so this is cool. Yeah, this is cool. Jeep's doubling down on gas guzzlers aimed at EV mandates easing. CEO Bob Brodendorf says, our community made their voices heard. Talking about the Jeep Talk Show here.
Yeah.
And we listened. Perfect for debating V8 over volts or fan theories on future drops. All right. So we're going to have to look this out. What do you guys think? Is this an exciting thing? I think having Bob at the helm is a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's very cool. Don't come at me about the purple, but yeah, super cool.
I thought that the hot pink, what was it called? It was
I'm here for
Happy
the hot
Days
pink
thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for I'll just say girly colors, but
yeah, no, I think it's absolutely a girly color.
There's colors that guys can drive, and there's colors that girls can drive. I'll say girls can drive any color.
Are you a Mustang fan? Like, especially the older Mustangs?
Fan.
Whenever I was doing the hot rod stuff, we always thought the guys always thought that the Mustangs were kind of a chick vehicle, especially the convertibles.
Yeah.
And I mean, men were doing it too, and they were winning drag races out on the street with the Mustangs. Yeah. It's a good vehicle, but we always kind of viewed them as chick vehicles, and to a degree, the Wranglers are the same thing.
Yes, to a large degree. I mean, most of the people that I see driving on the roads here are females that have the Jeeps. So the Wranglers. I don't know. Again,
they love that off-top thing, and all of us guys, Jeepers or not, we appreciate the off-top the chicks driving around in the Wranglers. All right, so let me ask you. I have a question for you. I was doing the show notes that we're using now, and I remembered this, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to get a perspective, get your perspective on this. So. I was scrolling through social media, TikTok or Instagram. I think it was Instagram. And I ran across a reel from Wander with Summer 3. And she is working on her Jeep. I think she's changing out or working on the manual hub lock on the front. This is like an 8 stud. This is probably a Dana 60 or whatever the larger axles are that you can put on Jeeps. And she's got it up, and she's barefoot, and which is nothing wrong with that. I work barefoot too. But she's got it up on a jack stand and a jack, I believe, and she's got her legs there underneath the where the brake calipers are, and the whole thing. So there's this huge weight, and especially with these oversized axles, there's this huge weight being suspended by devices that are good, and she's got her leg, or at least one leg, under it. So if that Jeep was to come off that stand,
I couldn't do that. I'd be scared.
No, I used to do that.
Yeah.
And then one day I was sitting there looking at it and going, what would it be like for me to be a Jeeper with 1 foot?
No.
Or worse, no foot, or worse, no life.
Yeah.
And I was looking around. I kind of pulled my legs back out from underneath there, and I was looking around, and of course I had the tire and wheel off, and I went, you know what? If this tire and wheel was just shoved up underneath the Jeep, even if it damaged the tire and wheel, it would be better for me to have that moment or so to get out of there.
Yeah, I have to know
when I see stuff
that it's, secure beyond belief. So I'm not risking losing a limb. So
no,
not at all.
And so I mean, my question here is that maybe it's like I'm hoping it's not like when people correct your spelling on your post. Because that's just really petty.
Yes.
I mean, if you can sound it out and figure out what they're saying, what
just
difference
leave it alone.
Make?
Yeah.
But and this has nothing to do with this being a woman. I will post this anytime I see something like this. My comment was, place the tire wheel under the vehicle as a last line of protection if it fails. Meaning, if the stuff that you have suspending it fails. I said keeping body parts intact, and then a smiley face. And I got a thank you for the suggestion, and she said that she had it on a jack and on jack stands. I don't care. For me personally, I don't care. I want as much. I mean,
no.
The wheel, I mean, if you get the tire and wheel up underneath there, especially I want to emphasize the wheel because that's metal.
Right.
So even if the Jeep comes down on the wheel, it's only going to drop so far. And as long as it keeps the Jeep off my chest or from my leg being damaged severely or cut off by the wheel. I mean, what do you call that thing? The disc for the disc brakes?
Yeah.
That would be a hell of a chop, but I'm sure with the weight of the Jeep, that would be a good chop. So anyway, my question here for you, April, is, am I being too much of a mother hen to tell people this? Should I mind my own damn business?
No. That's a hard thing when people post things and you don't want to be that person. I don't know. I'm not, and I'll say I'm not that person. And even like you said, the spelling, I'm a school teacher by trade, and it's very hard sometimes to see things that are misspelled. And I absolutely will not correct someone. It's just, I just don't think it's polite. Sort of.
And that's what I'm concerned here. Am I being, I mean, you can say it the wrong way.
You know what I would have done?
Hey, dumbass. To put the wheel and tire in it, that would not be the way to approach it, especially if you wanted somebody to listen to you.
I would probably first of all read all the other comments and see if someone else said something, and tried to correct it. But then I would probably have messaged privately. I certainly wouldn't put
that's a good idea
on the post for everyone to see. Just hey,
My argument to that would be, she may not be the only one that needs to know this. It wasn't something that I just knew when I worked on my Jeep for years before I thought about this. I guess
you're right. And again, like I said, growing up, the body shop, I've seen things, so you just learn what you can do, what you can't do. Even ask my daughter when we're driving in the car and she wants to put her legs up on the dash. I completely freak out. I'm like,
oh, you should.
If we get in a wreck, what's going to happen to your legs. They're going to be pushed through your head. And I won't let her, so it's just, that's another one of those things. You see people riding around with their, just, I'm that person, but I have to say I would privately probably message.
That's a good idea. And that might be a good thing for other people to do. All right. So I think what I hear here is that I am being a mother hen and I shouldn't publicly shame anybody.
It's okay to be a mother hen, but maybe not publicly shame.
Have you ever heard of anybody being injured by the Jeep falling on them? I mean, I've heard rumors of it.
Yes, I have.
I've heard of deaths.
Yes, I have. Actually,
thankfully, it was usually people that were cutting off catalytic converters. Not that I think that that's a death sentence, but you know, Darwin Awards.
And not even that they deserve that for doing it, but
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a dumbass and win dumbass prizes. All right. Well, what do you think, viewer? Do you think that I'm being a mother hen? Everybody's going to say yes, just so they can give me shit. In this episode's realtruck.com, we're going to be talking about realtruck.com/blog, how to change a cabin air filter. Did you know you even had an air filter? I've been to Moab twice. I need to change the air filter in my 2021 Jeep Talk Show Gladiator. Hey, swapping out your cabin air filter might not be the most exciting DIY task, but it's one of the easiest ways to improve your driving experience. This often overlooked filter helps keep the air inside your truck or SUV clean by trapping dust, pollen, mold, spores, and other airborne debris before they reach the cabin. Over time, your cabin air filter can become clogged, leading to reduced airflow through your vents, musty odors, and even stain on your HVAC system. Luckily, replacing it is simple, affordable, and usually takes only about 15 minutes with basic tools or no shop visit required. In this step-by-step guide, we'll walk you through everything you need to know about changing your cabin air filter, including how to replace it, where to find it, and tips for doing it right the first time. In this blog entry, you will find out about what is a cabin air filter, what does a cabin air filter do, how often should you replace the cabin air filter, symptoms of a bad cabin air filter, and how to replace a cabin air filter. You can find out all about this and more things at realtruck.com/blog. Just do a search for how to change cabin air filter. All right, the 2026 Jeep Recon EV, the trail-rated electric Wrangler killer. Jeep is going to kill the Wranglers? No. This is just dumbass advertising. They've had problems with sales. You don't want to kill your probably biggest seller. So I've been pretty impressed with the Jeep Recon that is now out, and it is trail-rated. I'm not gonna say what trail rating means. I remember when the Jeep Liberty came out, it was trail rated, and I also remember a friend of mine had one, and he got his ass dragged through the trail on a strap. Not because it was broken.
Trail rated is though, like there's 1 through 9. So what level trails are we talking?
That's right. It should have a number on that trail rated badge. It should have a number, like the 1 through 9 on it, and
trail rated can be
the ones would be really tiny and the 9s would be really big.
Yes. So are we talking trail 1, 2, 3? Are we talking trail 7, 8, 9? Yeah. There's a big difference there.
All right. So the scoop, Jeep's first fully electric trail rated SUV is here. The 2026 Recon starting at $65,000. 65 compared to 81 for a 392.
Wow.
I'm going to find me some extra change. I'm going to go out and collect me some more aluminum cans and maybe collect some copper from places where people don't need it. And see
if I can. You say that. I have a bunch of copper back by my house, and this weekend I was kind of fussing about, and I actually looked up to see what copper was worth. So let's talk about
I don't think it's as high now.
That's
actually, I thought about
$3 or so, but that's for like your shiny good stuff. So.
Yeah. So I thought about this. I wasn't going to mention it, but we're talking about copper. I'm glad you brought it up. There was a guy that died trying to cut the copper cables off of a charger, an EV charger.
What?
And it fried his ass. And the parent, which I understand, it's horrible to lose a child, but the parent was suing the company that had the charger because it electrocuted and killed her son. It was thrown out, but again, you do dumbass things, you win dumbass prizes. And I hate that when somebody dies. Right. I just don't know what they're teaching in school. I mean, maybe we need to get the technical side of things back going in school, where high voltage is bad It's not the voltage that kills you; it's the
the
amperage.
Yeah. Gosh, that's
Uh,
insane.
Yep. So this Jeep Recon is a boxy, removable door off-roader with 650 horsepower, 620 foot-pound of torque. That's amazing. But that's electric motors. That's what you get. I mean, eventually it's going to be electric motors, and we're all going to look back on gas engines.
Don't say that.
No, it will be. It'll be all. We'll look back on gas engines and go, "Oh, this thing is so much better than a gas engine." But we're all going to say it just doesn't have the sound that I like. But so we'll learn to.
That.
Yeah, we'll learn to enjoy it. Yeah, the kids will hear the Jetson sound and go, "Oh yeah, that's a great vehicle." So dual electric motors, all-wheel drive. This is designed nice, but to me it sounds like it's got a range of about 3 miles though. And up to 9.1 inches of ground clearance. Also get more ground clearance because you don't have an axle. There's no differential.
Right.
I don't know the exact design of this, but I know it could be made that way.
Okay.
So now you don't have that diff hanging down low, potentially. Although 9.1 inches, I think I got more than that on the Gladiator with a 2-inch diff. Key off-road goodies: electric locking rear diff, 33-inch tires on the Moab trim. Oh, those bastards. Actually, putting Moab on there. Select speed control, cruise for crawling, and a 15-to-1 low range. Wow. Equivalent for torque-heavy trails. Inside 26 inches of screens. Oh, yeah, you got to have the screens. 12.3-inch cluster and a 14.5-inch infotainment. Lots of screens.
Oh, wow.
These are getting more like Star Trek shuttles. Production starts early 2026 in the U.S. and Canada with electrified America fast charging access. It's Jeep's bookend to the Wagoneer S and their EV lineup.
Interesting.
What do you think? Is this something that you'd at least like to drive and try it out, especially on the trail?
I'll drive anything and try anything out once. And then I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
just make sure it's fully charged.
Yeah, it's got to be charged for sure.
No, I think you should try things.
You don't know until you try it. So
especially as a host of a show. I mean, how valuable would that be for you to have that information to share?
Yep.
And it could always be a good share.
Right.
It may not be. This is crap. I would never have one of these things.
Exactly.
I mean, at least it's a box like a Jeep.
Right.
It's all-wheel drive. It's got wonderful crawl ratio. So it just sounds like Jeep is trying to do the right thing. Yeah. And EV isn't bad.
No.
It's just we don't like having things forced on us.
Well, and I mean, I know in South Carolina, we don't have that many charging stations around. So if you're out and about
yeah, not part of this story, but I have heard that Stellantis is looking at using the Tesla charging station.
Okay.
Working a deal with Tesla, and I know Tesla has a bunch of charging stations, and they're going to be doing a lot more.
But they're still scattered, even here. So
it depends on where you live. Absolutely,
it's just not a big thing here. So makes it difficult.
All right, so this blends Jeep's heritage with green tech, and I hate that sound. That green, when people say it's green. So is fungus. Removable doors on an EV, game changer, discussing pricing premium, $14,000 over the PHEV Wrangler. I guess that's the EV. Oh, here, I got another opportunity.
It's the third time.
Or how it stacks against Rivian Ford EVs. So I think it's always a good thing whenever I like the Jeep engineering. I think they have done a really good job on the EVs, especially the 4xe, and people really like it.
Yeah.
Really, the ones that have bought the EVs, they really enjoy it. All right, so Thanksgiving.
School, yeah. I said I'm just old school. It takes a little bit. So
the smell, the sounds, it's just
yes. I'll get there.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
Yeah. And just because, I mean, unless the wrong people get into the government, we should be able to have our ICE vehicles, our internal combustion vehicles, pull them out on the weekend, or maybe use our EV to drag them to the trail and then use them and make all that noise. And thank God they're not changing the tires, because I think I would be really upset if they changed the tire smell. That's one of the cool things, getting
I
tires.
love the tire smell.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. All right, so Thanksgiving is upon us. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, and I forgot. You've never experienced the turkey gobble.
No, I have not.
So,
At least not on here.
That's right. Oh, cool. So the vast majority of everyone watching this episode has been blessed. One of your blessings is the entertainment and information you get here from the Jeep Talk Show. See what I did there? Please become a Patreon subscriber today. It doesn't cost much, maybe a cup of coffee a month. I've heard that so many times. Would it be a beer? Are there $3.99 beers? I guess there are.
I don't know.
I guess there's some that are a lot more expensive than that,
I'm actually not a beer drinker, so.
Yeah, I drank some when I was out of a keg. It was a hot June. Had some out of a keg. It was super cold. 18 years old. I think it was legal at that time for 18-year-olds to drink beer at a party. And because we were outside, it was cold. It was wet. It was very enjoyable until it cooled down a little bit, and I got a taste of it. It is horrible. Yeah. And I decided a long time ago, if the alcohol tastes bad, why do I drink it?
I can't get past the smell of beer.
Yeah.
That's where it stops.
The smell of beer is worse, whether it's on a man or a woman's breath.
Yeah, I can't get past it.
Yeah. So I'm an outsider. I just had to learn that I'm just going to be an outsider all my life. So it doesn't cost much. Maybe a stinky beer once a month. It really helps us out. Just go to xjtalk.com/contact, and happy Thanksgiving. Oh, here we go again. All right. I hate saying bad news, but I think it helps people sometimes if they don't already know. Of course, they should have been contacted by Stellantis, but major recall, 113,000, that would be the K denotation, Wranglers and Grand Cherokees for engine debris. I think I've told you before, I drive my wife up the wall, what I call it debris. Debris helps me.
What is that?
Helps me with the spelling. Yeah. No, if you look at the word debris,
yeah, I get it,
lets you spell it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you ever do that as a teacher? Teach the kids debris instead of debris?
No, I did not.
Debris makes no sense from that word.
I did not.
Absolutely. It should be DEBREE.
Debris. Yes, it should.
Debris. You can use that. All right, so announced November 14th, 2025. The scoop, nearly 113,000 U.S. vehicles, 2024 through 2025, Wrangler and Grand Cherokees with the 3.6 Pentastar V6 are recalled due to a manufacturing debris in the engines built in Mexico, June 2023 through March 2025. The risk is engine stall or fire. I want to underline fire.
Yeah, fire. Fire is one of those.
Nobody likes a burning Jeep. And I'll just mention this. If you are looking at buying a fire pit that is in the shape of a Jeep, shame on you. That is bad mojo.
Yes, it is.
Don't encourage Murphy.
You never quite thought about that, but yeah, I guess that's not good.
No, I got a problem with that, man. I would not buy a Jeep that can be set on fire. Now, if they're doing Broncos, sure. I think that would be funny if you're out there with your Jeep and you got a Bronco fire pit. Yeah,
that's bad.
So no crashes reported yet, but owners get free inspections and replacements. Letter to go out by December 29th. Okay, so we're actually getting this information out before the letters go out.
Cool.
This follows an earlier battery recall for 2025 models. Now, I know that there's going to be quality issues. There's going to be things get missed, but there should never be debris issues inside of an engine.
There should not be.
That's a manufacturing process. I mean, I think it was the JKs. Some of the JKs had sand in the cooling system.
Right.
It was the sand they used to form the blocks. And it was causing problems with the radiators, I believe, as you would well imagine. All right, so this is a gold safety segment that we're letting you know right here on the Jeep Talk Show. Quality control, post-Stellantis shakeups, our owner tips. Contaminated engines were produced until March 4th of 2025 per the NHTSA. So I don't know. I mean, I guess you'll get the letter on the recall, but you might want to contact Stellantis. There's probably a page you can go to on Stellantis and look up recalls and see if your vehicle is in there. I'd like to know if it's part of the recall list before I have a fire. I don't know about you, Amber.
Well, yeah, definitely kind of need to know that before I have a fire. So
I could load up all my
sending out the recall letters, though.
I could load up all my guns and maybe a cousin I didn't care for, and really hit them hard on the damage, to the vehicle. I wonder if you can park the 4xEs in the garage now, because they're, for the longest time they were saying don't charge it and don't park in the garage.
That's not okay.
No, it's not. But it's good that they actually
at least they admit it. At least they admit when there's a mistake.
And I think they're legally required to tell people stuff, even when it's not good information. Hey, are you part of the Jeep Talk Show community? What's that, you ask? You haven't been listening to the show. Join us today. It's free and fun. Yes, literally free. There's no begging for money. It's not like Patreon. Roundtable on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and our Discord server. You're aware of both of them, April.
Yes.
The Discord server is just kind of a chat server. You can post pictures and videos, and the main thing is you can just chat with other Jeepers, other Jeep Talk Show community members, and you make it involved in an off-road event. Because people just say, hey, you want to go to Moab, you want to go to the Rubicon Trail. I think it was Zabo that went to the Rubicon Trail back in September, and of course there were a couple other people that went along with him. So little events, unofficial Jeep Talk Show events, get scheduled there. And this is a good way for you just to join up with somebody that you can get to know them on the Discord, or you can get to know them in the roundtable. So please join us. It's a lot of fun, and that's all it's meant to be, is just to be able to interact with other people that have the same type of likes.
Excellent.
All right, so the V8 revival refreshes, and Cherokee. We're going to tease the Cherokee a bit. Coverage peaked in November 19, 2025. The scoop: the Hemi V8's back from the dead. That would have been a great one for Halloween,
right?
Across Jeep, the Wrangler 392 with colors like juice orange.
Okay.
I just wish they had gone with OJ. OJ would have to be white, like the Bronco.
Oh no! I just saw something about OJ paying a bunch of money.
A 1941 green and Fathom blue. I would think that Fathom means deep, so it must be a dark blue.
A dark blue.
Yeah. Grand Cherokee gets a 2.0 liter Hurricane turbo. When I see the 2.0 liter, I think that's crap. But then when I see Hurricane next to it, the Hurricane engine is very impressive. Very impressive. I think it has ties to the old 4.0 liter, the one that they made 3 million of, for the XJs and the TJs. So Cherokee relaunches late 2025 to boost sales. Wagoner S adds a cheaper limited trim. Overall, Jeep is eyeing a U.S. comeback after sales dip, up 1% Q2 of 2025. Thanks to the Wrangler Gladiator love. I don't think I've seen a 392 Gladiator yet. I wonder what that's going to do to the Gladiator. I think that's going to be a big deal for the Gladiator.
I think it will be too. Yeah. I mean, the Gladiator is already a big deal, at least. I don't know.
Well, the sales dropped, over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I think the Gladiator is a wonderful vehicle. You've got one. Yeah. I've got one. I love having it. I mean, would I like to have a Wrangler, like a 2-door Wrangler, a JL? Sure, I think that'd be fun to have.
Right,
but I really enjoy the Gladiator. All right, well, we have gotten to the part where we're going to let Nikki G entertain us. So it's funny. Rick sent a message on Spotify. He made a comment. He said no Nikki G. I think it was the last episode that we had done, April. He said no Nikki G. And I went, did I miss it? I think I remember putting it in there. I remember us, talking about it, and I was almost sure that I had put it in post. And I said, well, maybe I missed it. And I went and looked, and I found it. And then I went back to comment to Rick's comment. Yeah. And he goes, oh, I found it. It was a little later in the show. Damn it.
Yeah, it was funny last time. It was, it's always
Nikki
funny.
G said,
but it actually
Nikki G says it's funny every damn time
too. So
oh yeah.
It was even funnier to me.
Yeah, Nikki listens to the show. All right, so let's get a little Nikki G going right here.
Hey, this is Nikki G, and do you know what happens when a microscope and a telescope run into each other? Yeah, you get a kaleidoscope. Well, that's not why I'm calling. I'm calling to tell you that I bit into a fortune cookie the other day. Yeah, and it was empty. The fortune was missing. Yeah, that was very unfortunate. What can I say? They all can't be winners. All right, boys and girls, chat you later. Have a good one. Bye.
All right, before we go, the Jeep CJ2, 1944 through 1945, the world's first civilian Jeep, only 45 made.
Wow.
45. Everyone knows about the CJ2A, 1945, as the first civilian Jeep, but almost nobody knows about the ultra-rare pre-production CJ2 Agra Jeep, A-G-R-I, if I'm not pronouncing that right. Only 45 were built in the 1944 to 45. Most painted harvest tan or green, pasture green. Had a tailgate, side-mounted spare, column shifter, and a PTO gearbox for farm implements, power takeoff for farm instruments. Serial numbers started at 1001. The very first one still exists, owned by the Jeep House Museum. Fun fact, Willys called them Universal Jeeps and mailed farmers a brochure that said, it's a tractor, it's a truck, it's a runabout. And you know what? Going by one of our earlier conversations, earlier episodes, April, I think that they probably had that brochure sitting right next to the can of corn cobs in the outhouse. until they ran out of corn cobs. Did you see that stuff I sent you? I looked it up.
Yes.
Did you see where
gosh.
they would clean them and reuse them?
No.
No. Hey. Thank you, toilet paper. Thank you, toilet paper. All right.
Absolutely not.
I know. Oh, no. I mean, I'm going to stop. The mind is always going. Yeah. All right. Ready to join the Jeep Talk Show crew? Become a Patreon subscriber today at xjtalk.com/contact and unlock exclusive perks while supporting the show. Keep the adventure rolling by leaving us a 5-star rating and review on your favorite podcast platform to help grow our Jeep community. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. We love the comments.
Yes.
We really, really do. Stay in the loop by following us on social media and signing up for our newsletter for the latest Jeep news and must-attend events. Got a question or idea for our next episode? Send it our way. Just go to xjtalk.com/contact for all the things I've mentioned related to the Jeep Talk Show today, and you will find something clickable that you can click to join the newsletter, to become a Patreon subscriber, to join the Jeep community. That's just where you go, xjtalk.com/contact. Thanks for riding along, and let's hit the trail for more epic adventures. And again, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
There's people that moan. They've heard that gobble so much over the years. They moan.
They moan about it.
And it's funny, as we usually do it on the round table because that's where you irritate the most people.
I bet.
They would say something about Thanksgiving, and then I'd play that, and they go, "Steve, why did you say anything about Thanksgiving?"
You can't.
or whoever did it. I think Steve did it on purpose though, because he would just be laughing.
Yep. I would be doing it on purpose too.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy irritating people. So.
Broadcasting since 2010.
You're my friend. You're my new friend.